Oh, welcome all to the Snail Trail 4x4 podcast. If you like going off-roading in Toyotas, wrenching on Toyotas, camping in Toyotas, and maybe even poking a little bit of fun at Toyotas, and of course, hearing about how fantastic sidekicks are, then this may be the podcast for you. That's right, ladies and germs. My name is Tyler, and joining me for another episode of the Snail Trail 4x4 podcast is Jimmy Jet, that guy over there on the couch. How are you, man?
I'm good. I'm well. Thank you. Yeah.
You are good and well?
I was wondering if you were going to call me your sidekick.
No, I wouldn't do that. No. Okay. I'm not that conceited. I was like, what's the right word for that?
This isn't your show?
This isn't the Tyler show. Don't go off
70% of it is.
Yeah, don't go off of the percentage of how much Tyler talks on the show.
Versus me. Yeah.
Welcome, everybody. This is Monday. Happy Monday. Hopefully you guys had a great weekend. We got a fun interview for you guys with this month's sponsor. Giveaway sponsor. Yeah. Hot Metal Fab, Brad over there at Hot Metal Fab. So we have a couple of giveaway items we'll have to figure out what to do with here. Some fun things to do. We'll talk about that later in the interview. But we also have a store credit for $250. Anything you're looking from Hot Metal Fab. And I didn't realize that he had ventured out as much as he is.
He does so much.
It's yeah.
So much.
The varying degree of projects that he works on and does and takes on as a fabrication shop is really impressive. I didn't realize that it was to that degree.
Yeah, he doesn't just do automotive fab.
I thought it was all off-road fab stuff.
Yeah. No, apparently not.
No, it's not.
And we'll learn more about that here in the future. But big shout out to Hot Metal Fab for being this month's sponsor. $250 shop credit, as you kind of said, but you can get anything from the signs he designs to koozie holders to $250 off of skid plates, bumpers, sliders, bed rack, their tailgate thingy. What do they call that thing? The tailgate. They designed a thing that you can bolt on right at the back of the tailgate on the inside of your bed. So you lower your tailgate down and then it
extends the bed essentially.
No, it swivels out. It's like an internal tire carrier, but then you can mount all different things on the inside of it. So then you can.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's sort of.
I've never seen that or heard of somebody having that.
Man, I forgot what the name of it is. But yeah, so he makes that for all different applications. And yeah, he works, or he even
the Trailgater.
I think that is what it's called.
Oh,
the
really?
Trailgate. I was trying to think of what it was. Anyways, or you could probably have him work on your rig for who knows what. But so big shout out to Hot Metal Fab, Brad, for this month's giveaway. If you want to get in to win $250 of shop credit, go over to iRate 4x4 and sign up under the watch, listen, and discuss section, Snail Trail 4x4, and then the giveaway tier right there.
Yeah. Sweet. So that's for our monthly giveaway, which will be going on through the end of the month, which is September 52nd, from what I've heard. So you guys know how to do that. We also have our continuing giveaway going on for reviews, where Jimmy and I bribe you guys to help us out here on the podcast.
Yep.
Because honestly, reviews are one of the biggest bang for buck things that you guys can do. It doesn't cost you anything to help us with the show and grow the show and get more listeners, new people finding the Snail Trail 4x4 podcast. So that the more listeners we have listening, the more companies we get to work with and bring fun giveaways to you, like the one we're doing with Hot Metal Fab this month, and the ones that we're due for the reviews giveaway too. So we just got done with our Yokohama tire giveaway.
Yeah.
So Beer Andy's son, Alex Montgomery, won the set of Yokohama tires. So we've gotten everything working on getting those over to him. And we'll be doing another big giveaway at 900.
Yep, 900.
And that one will be with more flate. We're probably looking about $1,000 to $1,500 worth of stuff from Morphlate
Wow.
once the new thing comes out that I'm working on right now. And so we'll start announcing what that is as we get closer. Until then, it's just going to be a big teaser for you guys. You guys are going to have to keep constantly being like, what's Morphlate up to now? So anyways, we'll do that at 900 reviews. Until then, we have a review at, what was this, 800 and 850?
Correct.
A giveaway at 800, 850, and those are for a couple of Onyx Elite memberships, an annual membership, as well as a swag pack. So we have some swag from Morphlate, Snail Trail, Snail Armor, and companies that we've worked with like Onyx, 4-Wheel Underground, all those good guys out there. So we have fun little swag packs for you guys at 800 reviews and 850 reviews. All you got to do is go leave a review. If you've left a review in the past, you're good. You're already taken care of. You're going to be entered already for every single giveaway we do from the reviews. So all you got to do is enter once, and it's the gift that keeps on giving.
Absolutely. If you can figure out a way to enter more than once, you just up in your odds.
Yep. It's true.
Steal a phone from a friend or something.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that'll work.
Let's see. What else is going on?
I don't
We have
know.
more stuff going on?
I don't think so.
We're kind of coming up on the end of the month a little bit here. So back into the month where things start winding down, we start prepping for September. I know that a lot of families have kids back in school.
Yep.
So for a lot of families out there, the summer wheeling and camping season might be over. But it seems like September seems to be always a very busy month for off-road events.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So there's a bunch of stuff going on in September from, let's see, the end of September is Trail Hero. Beginning of September is Sonoma, the California Overland and Motorsports show
event. Yeah.
I can never remember the full title name of that event. But that's over in Sonoma. And that one was awesome last year. So we're expecting it to be pretty fun again this year. So if you're in the Northern California region, go check that out beginning of September. We got Cantina for the Con coming up, which is an awesome fundraiser for the Rubicon Trail Foundation over at Rob's Resort, a pretty fantastic venue, which coincidentally we get to talk about in today as well. And then Trail Hero at the end of the month. So there's quite a few different things going on. So
absolutely.
Yeah. I think that about does it. Should we just say, let's call it here and get Brad on in the studio?
Yeah. Maybe let him out of the green room and let him sit down.
I can hear a couple sobs coming from in there. So I don't know. Maybe we should let him out.
All right. Let's do it.
All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll get Brad all set up on a microphone and headset, and we'll be right on back after you guys get to hear a little bit about 4-Wheel Underground.
At 4-Wheel Underground, we have something for everyone's 79 through 04 Toyota vehicle. Whether you've got a Chevy Dana 60, 05 and up Super Duty, fabricated, FJ80, or mini truck axles, we got you covered. 3-link, 4-link, parallel, and triangulated suspension kits, we've got you covered. Under bed coilover mounts, through bed coilover mounts, trailing arms, cantilevers, custom tuned coilovers, and air bumps, we've got you covered. Frame stiffeners, subframes, skid plates, shock towers, and more to come. Make sure to use coupon code SNAILTRAIL at 4wheelunderground.com because we've got you covered.
What's up, Brad? What's up, everybody? Talking is hard sometimes. Welcome back to the show. We are here. This gentleman just came out of the green room. He was in there by himself for a while, crying in the dark. So we decided to let him out and bring him in here into the studio. He's taken over the casting couch, kicked Jimmy into the Jeep and Jimmy chair. And we're going to have some fun today. But we have Brad here from Hot Metal Fab, dude. How you doing, man?
I'm doing well. Doing well.
Hey.
But are you sure I was in the green room and not creating shenanigans out in your warehouse?
Oh, geez. I'm a little concerned with what you hid where in the warehouse and how long it's going to take us to find it.
Yep. Let's hope.
All right.
Especially since you know one of the employees.
No,
all the employees.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's some stuff out there.
All right. We'll have to go on a scavenger hunt here later.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. All right. Well, welcome to the show, man. We've definitely chatted about you quite a bit in the past, and the different things you're kind of randomly up to, running into you on trails, running into you out at events, hanging out Sierra Trek with you.
Yep.
So
yeah, Brad's been on the show for a very short bit for a few episodes where I'd run around at Trek and I'd interview a bunch of the people.
Okay,
So he's been on before. He's no scaredy cat of a microphone. So it's going to be fun to have a full length episode with you and get your whole history. So that'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well, cool. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. So you are the owner operator of Hot Metal Fab.
Yes.
And what is Hot Metal Fab, man?
Well, it's been a roller coaster over the last 10, 15 years. And we kind of got started off doing just custom bumpers and rock sliders. And we've evolved into kind of, I joke around saying we're anything for a buck metal fab. We do commercial stuff. Like we're working on $100,000 stainless steel coffee shop in Midtown right now.
Wow.
And we have, I think, 7 vans at the shop right now that we're outfitting for just aluminum shelves and bins for a garage door company.
Okay.
So it's a little bit of everything. And then there's a 80 series Land Cruiser and a Gen 3 4Runner in the shop that is getting treated to 1 tons.
Okay.
All custom. They have some old 4-wheel underground parts on them still, but all the bracketry on the axle, all custom in the shop. And when we're building them, it's like always, oh man, I just don't like this and I don't like that. And then we were out on the Rubicon a couple weekends ago, and I'm like, oh yeah, that 4Runner it's top notch compared to the other ones.
Yeah,
like it's sitting pretty and yeah.
Okay, nice. So really, it sounds like you do a wide plethora of range of things. I don't know. Do you remember working on my old Tacoma?
I still
doing the
sell
bumpers and sliders.
The little skid plate or the winch
front
mount.
bumper, the mount. Yeah.
I sell 2 or 3 of those a year.
Really? Still?
Yeah. Yep.
That's funny. You designed that on my Tacoma, or was that something? That's funny.
Back then, we used to replicate everything. So that's on our online store, along with all of our bed racks and our rock sliders. I found out we're one of the top sellers of rock sliders in the country.
Really?
Wow.
Yeah. Through all the new SEO and stuff, I'm finding out apparently there's not that many rock sliders sold.
Interesting.
Yeah, I would argue that, but I mean, you know better than I.
We're doing 30 or 40 sets a month.
Dang.
Okay.
And that's
pretty good.
Most of them are do it yourself. We're one of the only companies that make them for modern Rangers. And I think there's only one other company making them for the Raptor Rangers.
Okay.
So,
and those are different frames?
Yeah, totally different.
Wow.
Of course they are.
Ford, in its infinite wisdom, it's the first time I've ever seen it on the Ranger Raptor. The frame is 3/8 of an inch wider on the driver's side.
What?
Only on one side?
Only on one side.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's like it's like 4 3/8 on one side and 4-inch wide on the other.
Okay.
All right. Ford? Sure.
Yeah. Wow. They didn't do that on the Bronco Raptor?
I haven't had a Bronco in the shop to build them yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. There was one that went down the river run at Sierra Trek. Pull him into the shop.
Does he need sliders?
Yes, he does.
He definitely damaged the running board. We had a gentleman's bet going what was going to happen, but we didn't set it up too well. You guys know what a gentleman's bet is?
Just a handshake and a bet?
No, it's 2 tall cans and a scratcher.
Oh,
it's way better.
That is better than a handshake.
For
sure.
You win either way.
Yeah, exactly. I did a gentleman's bet with one of my old employees, and I won a $200 scratcher out of the deal.
Nice.
That's
awesome.
Yeah,
that's funny.
Yeah.
So where did all this start, Brad? Like, take us back. Like, where are you from originally? What was your first vehicle? Like, how'd you get into off-roading?
Okay. Well, I grew up in a little shithole town called Bullhead City, Arizona.
Never heard of it.
And right across the river from Laughlin, Nevada. Most people have heard of Laughlin.
Yep.
And I actually came to California on 9/11.
That's right. I was hearing about this a little bit during
I had
Sierra
a bus
Trek.
ticket, and I woke up this morning. My buddy that was giving me a ride to the bus station was like, dude, look at the news. And I rode a bus on September 11th, when the planes flew up to California.
Dang.
Wow. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. And then, just kind of job surfed and life surfed.
What was the point of the move? Did you have stuff lined up in California?
My dad lived here and my mom, and I grew up with my mom in Arizona. We were just not getting along. So
gotcha. All right.
A change of scenery,
Yeah,
which
change of
was
scenery.
good.
Cool. Yeah.
In Bullhead, you pretty much are going to be a tweaker, a con artist, or a casino worker.
Okay. Sometimes all three.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sometimes all three.
I was trying to pull that in. I was like, well, you got 2 of the 3 going right now. So.
Yeah. So yeah, it was a rough town, but there's just so much opportunity out here.
Mm-hmm.
Like you can like I always joke around talking to people like, you know, America's the land of opportunity. You can sell used Legos and make a good living. There's 2 used Lego stores in Sacramento.
Yeah.
Are there really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, one sells them blocks by the pound or something like that.
Wow.
Yeah. You can, you know, you built a business off of inflating tires.
True. Yeah. Yeah.
You think of it when you bring it down to like just the basics of that, that's kind of a crazy business to have,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah.
And then flat tailgates.
I know.
Yeah. Right.
Like,
Yeah.
Who needs that?
Whatever your niche is, if you can find a way to do it better than 80% of the population, you can have a business around it in the United States, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's wonderful. Yeah, you can literally do anything.
Yeah. So you came over to California. Did you start in Sacramento here or where?
Forest Hill.
Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So the Ann Levesque name in Forest Hill was very well known for years. My dad had like 7 brothers and a couple sisters, and most of them are degenerates.
Okay.
So, you know,
known for the wrong reasons. Then
known
in
for
Forest
the wrong
Hill.
reasons.
Okay.
Yeah. The offices for them were the bars.
Okay.
Yeah. So, there's a place called the Forest House, which is a nice wedding venue now, but it used to be a basic bar.
Uh-huh.
My dad fell up the flight of stairs there.
Fell up them.
Yes, he was dragged by a couple people, and
Gotcha.
so he fell up the stairs. Yeah.
Okay.
So
That's right, because the bar's downstairs, right?
yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Yeah, he was living there at the time.
Oh.
Yeah, before they were like, you know, bridal suites, we'll call them. You
Mm-hmm.
could actually rent them out monthly.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. So Forest Hill, how'd you get into, were you always into off-roading then? I know that
No.
Arizona has some decent off-roading out there,
No,
but
I was like skateboarder, punk rock kid, and when I worked here, when I first like got my job out here, I was working at Speedy Lube in Auburn.
okay.
But that was just because my dad worked there, and I jumped in and I made a killing there.
Yeah.
It was crazy. I was 16, 17 years old, making like $18 an hour plus commission,
Yeah.
pulling in like $50 of commission a day.
Wow.
It was crazy. Spent it all. It was
Yeah.
all gone.
Yeah.
But no, then I went into daycare, and then I went to sell life insurance.
Okay.
And then from life insurance, I went to managing apartments.
Okay.
So,
Wow. Yeah.
during
That's
the time,
that's a big jumping around of stuff.
yeah, well,
That's
and
fun.
I was kind of always interested in off-roading, and I actually bought a 92 YJ while I worked at the apartments.
Okay.
I owned it for 3 weeks.
Okay.
I took it out to Lomita, and it almost flipped going down this hill. So, and I always liked Suzuki sidekicks. So I sold my beautiful YJ
Uh-huh.
for this shit box Suzuki sidekick.
Yeah.
My best friend's like, what the fuck, dude? That Jeep, it was so nice. It was like green Jeep, brown top on 33s. It was a nice looking Jeep, but it was loud. And so I bought the Suzuki Sidekick and put a 3-inch lift on it. And it was just like a back road killer. Like
Yeah.
it blew a head gasket. So I put a cam in it. And once I had the cam in it, like that's when it became the real back road killer.
Okay.
But you can't buy parts for Suzuki Sidekicks. So
Yeah, because nobody likes them, Brad.
no, dude,
No,
everybody loves
There's
it.
only one that
There's only
off-roads.
one, yeah.
Yeah. No, there's a couple always out there. I ran into one on the Rubicon a couple weekends ago.
Uh-huh.
But so I bought an angle grinder, a Hobart welder, and a welding mask, and built a custom bumper for it.
Huh.
My first like real welding project was
Yeah.
a custom bumper with a flip down tire carrier.
Did you know how to weld? Like, what made you think, oh, I'll just buy this stuff and figure it out?
I've always been handy.
You just thought, okay.
Yeah, I was always been handy.
I guess if you're managing apartments, you definitely have to be handy and
well,
be
not
versed
really.
in a lot
No,
of
no.
things.
The people
Really?
in the office don't know nothing.
Oh, okay.
I did because I owned my own house. I did my siding, my roof, my tile and stuff. You know, YouTube's a great place to learn.
True. Yeah.
That's literally how I've learned almost everything. I did take a welding class, but that was after I built my bumper.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
Nice.
kind of got into it, start building a bumper. You're like, hey, that was pretty fucking cool.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
go take a class on this.
Yeah, but then people started stopping me at gas stations and asking me where I got my bumper. And I started building them in my garage, and I slowly got a plasma cutter, and I slowly did this. And eventually my side income didn't really replace it. I'm lying. It didn't replace my side income, but I decided that I hated apartments because there's so much like reverse sexism in there. Men get treated like shit when you're in the apartment industry. Yes. Yeah. Cause it's all like, beautiful women and stuff like that. I had a manager she's like a 50-year-old Barbie doll that wanted to hang out with all the 21-year-old girls. She was going out and partying with them.
Okay.
And I was in Rancho at the time, and she was trying to transfer me to Davis, and I refused to do that. So then she kept having me train as an assistant manager, having me train managers. They'd take over a new apartment,
Jeez.
hire a manager, and make me train her.
Wow.
That seems backwards.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. And these were like, these are the Jeep Cherokees of apartments. They were shit boxes.
Okay.
Like usually Section 8. And I was used to dealing with luxury properties. Always. That's all I did. And they were putting me at these Jeep Cherokees of apartments. I've had to train somebody, completely get the books around. And then as soon as it was set up and good, I'd go back to my property for a week or two. And then we'd take over another complex, and it just repeated itself. So it kind of got repetitive. So I said, you know what? I'm going to quit this. And I got a shitty metal job.
Nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
I didn't learn anything about metal job. What I did learn was how to not run a business. My boss at the time would take all the money and the product and buy stuff for his girlfriends. Had 2 girlfriends and a wife. So,
Oh no.
Yeah. So I remember this one time my coworker's like, dude, you just bought 4 Vitamixes at Costco. We need the money for metal.
Yeah.
He bought one for each girlfriend and the wife.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah. And then we'd have everybody had their own eBay store, and all of our eBay stores would slowly get behind because there was a local guy that had an eBay store, and he would bring in cash. So we'd have our orders boxed, ready to go, and he would sell our orders to the guy, whether it was like the company's order or any else in the store.
Wow.
Weird.
Something that's essentially already sold, ready to go. And he'd sell it to the dude with cash that's showing up in the person.
Yep. And then imagine your eBay customer has a tracking number.
And they're waiting for the tracking number. Yeah.
Where's my stuff?
Yeah.
So I ended up quitting that job and just doing it.
Was that the speed shop?
It was a roll pan shop, we'll say. I don't want to say names or anything
Sure.
like that. They probably don't listen or anything. But yeah, it was like a
We only have like
roll
3
pan
listeners.
shop.
You're fine.
Yeah.
So-
Yeah. But so it was just rock sliders and bumpers out of the garage. And then this gentleman named Clark that ran a body shop in Sacramento called 16th Street Auto Body wanted an exo cage on his 4Runner, beautiful Gen 1 4Runner. And he's like, I don't really want to leave it at your house. How about you come and work in my shop? You build it out for me, and then you can stay for a year or so. So I got free rent for, 6 months to a year. I built his stuff.
Free shop rent.
Free shop rent. Yeah, free shop rent. I built his stuff and built a couple other bumpers here and there. And then one of his good friends that owned a Subaru shop's like, hey, I got a little bit more space, a big welding table. How about you do the same thing for me?
Nice.
It happened 3 times. And then my buddy Cameron that had he had 15,000 square feet off of Arden Way.
Wow.
A hot rod body shop, but he wasn't even doing any body shop stuff. It's called DIDing trucks. So Ryder Truck Corporation would buy like a Rayleigh's truck, and they needed to pull the Rayleigh stickers off and paint it white.
Okay.
So he literally had a paint booth that you could fit a semi into.
Yeah.
But he had one tweaker guy in the back doing it outside in the heat, cleaning them, doing everything, while his whole shop was just full of hot rod projects that didn't get done.
Nice.
But in the corner of the shop, I had a whole bay that was 2,000 square feet, and then like literally 3,000 square feet of frontage that was just like I just shoved shit in it because it needed a lot of remodeling.
Wow.
So I got that for free for like 18 months or something like that.
Wow.
I built him a couple things here and there. One of the coolest things I ever built for him, I built him a tube chassis for his Ford F1.
Okay.
And it's like sweet. It had the drop went over the axle. It's one of the coolest things I've ever built.
Okay.
He still hasn't finished it though.
Yeah.
He's painted the chassis 3 different colors.
Oh no.
Yeah. Yeah. And then he went out of business. My tools got locked up and I got him out finally after this gangster dude took over. Gangster dude. And he wanted the same deal, but like he was bad news. Bad news. Yeah. So then we moved to Loomis and kind of started rocking and rolling. The store's always been doing decent, and then it started growing and growing.
So that's kind of a fun backstory of how you got to the shop in Loomis, and you're right there up near Rough Stuff.
Yeah,
too.
We're in the same parking lot as Rough Stuff. The first shop was over off of Swetzer.
Mm-hmm.
It was 1,600 square feet. And that's when I worked on your truck.
Yeah.
That shop was terrible though. It was like, I'm only paying a little bit more for where I'm at now.
Oh, wow.
That was 1,600 square feet and I'm almost 5,000 square feet now.
Nice. Yeah, it's a sweet little spot there. There was you guys, Rough Stuff, and then Forged
was over there. And then Greg at Rock and Road's still there.
That's right. Rock and Road is still there.
Yeah.
So it's a fun little place to go whenever you go in that parking lot. You're like, oh, there's a fun little off-road businesses all around.
It's this oasis of off-road shops right there. Yeah.
And it's like night and day difference. We literally like my old neighbor off of Swetzer, there was fights and stuff. He got kicked out of the complex for beating up his neighbor. My old business partner and him almost got in a fight over a customer going from his shop to my shop for quotes.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and then we move over here, and like when Forge was in business and Paul was there, it was just so cool. Like it was just a big community, and like we'd just walk into someone's shop and take materials and tools and stuff. We'd bring them back and tell them and stuff. Yeah. But if they're busy, we'd just take it or bring our stuff over there and use it.
Yeah.
Like now, Greg's employee, Zach, I have a master tap kit in my toolbox. He'll just walk in, grab his taps he needs and walk out, you know?
Yeah. You have a tire machine at your shop. And I know the other day when I was there, one of the employees at Greg's shop came over and was like, hey, can I use that tire machine?
Yeah, they use it more than we do.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Well, cool. So for Hot Metal Fab, when did you guys move from bumper sliders to this? It sounds like you're doing a much bigger expansion than just bumpers and sliders now.
I'd say this expansion's been over essentially like the last 5 years. We've been in this shop for about 6 or 7 now. Mm-hmm. And when we moved into this, it's just kind of grown, and it's really grown organically, just random phone calls and stuff and building relationships. Mm-hmm. One of the new contractors we're building for, which he's making me get my contractor's license. It's this thing called a DIR number, so we can do prevailing wage jobs. Okay. But I met him through the first Burning Man art car I did. Okay. We were doing some handrails for the art car owner. And he ended up taking over the project as the general, because the first general like literally ruined the dude's house.
Wow.
Yeah. So in a year, it like where we did our handrails, it's all rotten now. So like the 3rd floor is buttoned up tight, and we'll have to go back in the next 5 years to redo the 2nd floor. But I'm bidding like 2 or 3 jobs for like schools and stuff for him a week.
Oh, wow. Interesting.
Yeah.
So what made you mentally want to get away or maybe not get away, but just open the horizons, going from an automotive scene to everything else that's out there?
Honestly, working on rigs sucks.
Yeah.
It's everything has to be perfect, and I can't leave well enough alone. And I'll cut everything out and start over to get another 1/2 inch of up travel.
Okay.
And then every weld needs to be perfect on an off-road rig. You can do 1,000 welds on that rig, and everybody's going to find the one bad one or the one thing that's a little weird, and they're going to talk shit. Mm-hmm. Yeah. And then everybody has their own opinion with off-road. There's no right way to do it. Yeah. Everybody can do it weird. I remember we are fixing this, the customer's not a hillbilly. The fabricator that did it's a hillbilly. We're not going to mention names. He's up the hill, but me and Greg fix his shit all the time. But the customer's like, I feel like my rig is like swaying back and forth. And so we bring the rig in, and immediately there's just not enough triangulation in the front suspension. So ideally, at an absolute minimum, with all of your links, you want to add up all of your triangulation on a 4-link and be 45 or 50 degrees or more.
Yep.
In like the Travis Riley race car, they're like 120 and like that thing's planted. But so we pulled the shocks out and we flexed it out with our forklift in the parking lot, and that son of a bitch fell off of the bump stop. The bump stop got wedged in between brackets and stuff, so the axle had that much slide.
Holy crap.
Yeah. He was only at like 20 degrees, straight up.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow. That's a big problem.
On old mini trucks and 4Runners, it's kind of hard to get a lot of upper triangulation. So what we did was we put the mounts on the outside of the frame, and then the upper links we bent under the frame.
Okay.
Because you just So it got back hillbilly fab up in the hills. Like, dude, that's wrong. You can't do that. But why not?
Yeah.
Our straight line just goes through the frame. We just happen to dodge it. It's, it's 1.5 quarter wall on the uppers. It's not going to go bad. And you look at Metal Cloak and all these like big high end Jeep stuff. Those things are wet noodles.
Yeah.
Like they're bent in all different kinds of directions and they're thinner stuff. So, even factory stuff, it's bent. Why does it have to be straight?
Yeah.
But, so in that phone call, when he's like, the customer's like, dude, all my buddies are saying this is wrong. I was like, well, how's it drive? He's like, well, funny story about that. I've never been able to drive it and rail it around my property. And I blew up my motor because I was having so much fun in it and I didn't have my radiator in it.
Oh,
no.
Yeah.
He was railing it without a radiator?
Yeah, dude. Yeah. He's like, I was hitting corners at like 45, 50. Like,
that he couldn't do before.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. This was a sweet rig. It's like a turbocharged propane buggy.
Wow.
Yeah. Truggy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Truggy. Cool.
Yeah. It was a cool rig. It was a real cool rig. And he was super happy with it.
Yeah.
Of course, he could drive it again.
Yeah. Got it. So you're mainly, it sounds like there's just this overarching act of that you need perfection for when working on somebody else's rig.
Yes.
But when you're working for a construction company to some extent, it's much more relaxed.
Yeah.
There's a lot more tolerance, I guess.
Well, so like for the
to
garage door company, for instance, they're square bins and shelves that hold springs and motors and stuff. If there's an ugly weld on it, it's still going to hold the springs and bins and stuff. And also in this volume, they don't care. All they want is it to hold their springs and stuff. And they're getting such a nicer product than they're used to. We're building a flatbed for a beehive company right now.
Oh yeah.
And
on that Dodge?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a beehive company?
Yeah, it's sweet. Like it's sweet. It's all logoed up and stuff. And like we did reverse dimples with grips on them for the ladders. And the customers are coming by and they're just like ear to ear smiling. Like their other things, they're terrible. Like we're already going to be rebuilding like 3 or 4 of them. So they have 11 trucks that they do it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Is that many beehives?
It's huge. It's a huge company.
Wow.
And then, so a year ago or something, a whole bunch of bee companies like beehives were dying off and stuff. And most of those guys had huge loans and debts and stuff. And so this guy, his beehives didn't die. So he's going out and buying all these companies. He's getting up
all the market share now. Wow. Yeah. Dude, I was, when we used to drop off all of our Morphlate shipments to UPS before we got a daily pickup, we went there one time to drop off a truckload of a shipment. And somebody else was there dropping off bees. And so there was literally like, they were dropping off something like 1,000 queens, something like that.
Wow.
And so there was just bees flying around everywhere, the entire complex. And so like you're getting out of your car and like my employee was like, I'm not getting out of here. I was like, I don't blame you. I'll do it. It's fine. Yeah. Like, just don't freak out. But I mean, it was impressive.
The bees got out of the packaging.
Well, it's the queens are in these like the mesh cages.
They're probably following the queens.
Yeah, they're following the queens.
Yeah,
exactly.
True.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, it was like, and you're just massive, like these multiple swarms of bees following these queens around. It was crazy. But the bee industry it's an interesting industry.
Yeah.
And I grew up, down near Tulare and Visalia, which is agriculture center of the United States, pretty much. And having beekeepers and bee companies is massive down there to populate the agriculture fields.
Yeah. And then like when they're doing all their thing down here, it's a different season. And then they go out to Vermont, Ohio, all over. So
Dang.
there's different seasons for different stuff. Like they each truck has its own crew and it's pretty much just driving around.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's wild.
That's cool.
That's a different game.
Yeah.
For sure. Interesting. So let's talk about that Dodge for a second, because I saw the frame being made, but besides a flatbed, what are you guys doing to that?
That's really it, but it's a specific flatbed. So like it has a little mini chase rack thing on the top because the beehives get stacked too wide and too tall and then all the way back, and they need a place to stand on it. And they're just kind of used to cheap fab and people not like really caring. They're just trying to get the job out, where I'm looking like we're doing this one real cheap. We're only charging them like $9,000 for this first one, which it's probably a $15,000 flatbed, but I want more business from him. So each truck also has a forklift trailer, and this guy down south built him, I think 6 of them, and every one of them failed within a week, and he told them to kick rocks.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah. And the failure point was literally he used too thin of steel, thinner steel than they asked.
Yeah. Okay.
That's bad.
Yeah.
That's not good.
Whereas me, I'm like, I wouldn't let it, I would fix it if it was broken. You
Sure.
know, that's we just built some trailers for Facebook, we'll say, and we had a failure. And I just spent all day yesterday in San Jose redoing parts and fixing them and stuff.
You're doing the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. The part they picked failed. So technically I shouldn't have been on the hook for that. But then again, making good contacts and getting repeat business. I just learned yesterday that bicycle trailers are a huge business for these tech companies. LinkedIn, all these companies provide their employees bicycles, and then a third party maintenances them.
Huh.
And usually they pick them up with an e-bike with a trailer behind it.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
And they pick up additional bicycles
Yeah. Facebook has
to move
25
them around the facility.
Yeah. So this company manages about 1,500 they're just bicycles that people, they ride them around campus and park them. And then Facebook also provides them with so those are for like the temporary employees, but full-time employees, Facebook provides them with a bike and maintenance on them, or they'll maintenance your bike for you.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, I was in San Francisco a while ago, and they had all those rent-a-bikes, and they're all electric bicycles, right?
Yeah.
And there was a van that pulled up and literally swapped out all the bikes on one of the racks, probably because it needed maintenance or they needed to get charged or something. And it was literally one guy was pulling bikes out of a truck and putting them into a rack, and one guy was pulling bikes off of the rack and putting them into the truck. And just, this whole new electric bike thing is getting kind of wild. There's a whole nother industry around it that hasn't been here before.
Yeah. Well, it's just like we were talking, there's an industry in anything.
Yeah.
One of my best friends, I built a couple Burning Man cars for this person, and then I'm gonna say it this way, they weaseled their way into managing with them, but also I don't like Burning Man cars suck to build. Working for billionaires that don't have that don't understand the expectation of how long stuff takes to build are hard to deal with, but they love it. They're doing it. They built 17 tricycles this year that all like link together, like Ride Command Razor style, but also the stereos link together. They can roll up to an art car and give them a FM dongle, and they can actually tie in every tricycle to the Burning Man stage. So it's like surround sound. As of right now, so they did 17 this year, and as of right now, for next year, there's 33 more they're building.
Wow.
Dang.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, $750,000 in tricycles.
Like pedal big wheel things?
2,500 watt e-trikes.
Wow.
Okay. Interesting.
Yeah, but there's a lot of work going into them, a lot of customization. They're also they're perfectionists. They built this art car a couple years ago. It came into the shop and we facilitated it, the end of it, because he's building them in his yard. Like he has a decent fab shop. Like he has his own Trent Fab buggy that he built, and like it's one of the most beautiful buggies I've ever seen.
Okay.
But this art car is like, it was just so nice. And the owner's like, I don't want it nice. Like as soon as it was finished, he's like, all right, perfect. Let's go grab some buckets of dirt and rub it all over it so it can fit right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
How did you fall in line with that? Like, did you it's just connections and you know somebody and then they're like, oh, yeah, I can do that work. I can.
Brad's a good dude. He does good work. Let me give you a recommendation.
One of the worst projects we ever did in the shop. Well, I built this guy a bumper back at the body shop a long time ago. And then he had one of his like good friends. She's like, there's like this female only like overland racing thing. Well, she had rolled her vehicle and he had us break and form and weld tread plate to the entire exterior of this car. It was like a Gen 5 4Runner.
What?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's terrible.
That doesn't sound fun.
And we weren't allowed to MIG weld it. We had to TIG weld it.
Ugh.
They paid for it and everything.
Yeah.
We realized on the last panel that we should have been silicon bronzing it on also.
Mm-hmm.
So you'd be TIG weld and everything be going great. And then because most vehicles are galvanized, all of a sudden you'd have this explosion. It would shoot all the way up your tungsten. It'd contaminate like an inch into your gun. It was terrible. But once we silicon bronzed it, you weren't melting the galvanizing. Yeah. So we realized that on the last panel, of course.
You're done.
Yeah. But that guy introduced us to the big Prism art car that we built that was the Led Zeppelin album. I think it's Led Zeppelin. The Pyramid album. Is that Led Zeppelin?
The
Pink Floyd.
Pink Floyd, yeah.
So we built the Pink Floyd album cover in a 45 or 55 foot art car with all LED panels and everything. We just built the frame, and then that's when my buddy Adam and Evan came in and kind of they took over the construction management side of that one.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah. Interesting. It seems. Sorry, go ahead.
Are you focusing more on this kind of like if somebody has an idea, bring it to you and you make it happen, or do you have like specialty things that you'd prefer the shop going down? Because that's kind of the interesting thing to me about fabrication shops is the Stella Built did this for a long time. Stella Built started as a fabrication shop where they were doing custom fab requests. And then they turned into this big production, bolt on, frame down, anything you want, but they still now are getting back into custom stuff now that they have the production time of it down. Because with a fabrication shop, all the custom stuff is really a lot of time investment to do. And I always wonder if it's worth the time, how much time and effort custom fabrication is versus just production stuff.
Well, we do both. So we have our full rock sliders and bed racks, and then, just a couple other products and everything. And then the new camper that we're going to be starting to produce also. But custom off-roading stuff we're kind of getting out of, but like custom projects, that's our new bread and butter.
Okay.
So I like to think of myself as a creative like solution solver.
Okay.
So this beautiful pool house, they have it's an indoor barbecue, like legitimate barbecue, and they put a hood above it.
Okay.
Well, the hood was too small and they couldn't buy a matching hood. So the company reached out to me and had me build them a 10-foot wide custom like range hood for it.
Okay.
Yeah. All stainless steel.
Yeah.
Turned out beautiful. It turned out, it was really good. But so that kind of stuff, I really kind of throw out a number of what I think it's going to do. And we typically are profitable on them, but sometimes you screw up on your bid and you're not profitable.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be my big concern is that just comes from experience then, huh? Is doing it over and over again and being able to make custom fabrication profitable, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's really what it would come down to, right? You were stating that like there's a lot of time invested in custom and fabrication and custom work. Well, the only way that you're going to have a business in that is to make it profitable.
Yeah.
And to
For
do
sure.
stuff that you enjoy to some extent,
Yeah.
right? But it has to be profitable or else you're not going to be having the business. So
Yeah.
you have to have experience
Mhm.
to be able to know how long something custom,
Mhm.
like whatever X that person wants to have is. And then you go, well, X is going to take 200 hours or whatever.
Mhm.
And I charged this much per hour.
Yeah.
And then that's how you
Yeah.
move the business
Yeah.
forward.
So, well, and then now as we grow, it's, and Greg has the same problem. Me and Greg can do something. Well, not me, not anymore, but you can do something typically twice as fast as your employees can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's the harder part. And then figuring out how to bid that and bid that fairly.
Mhm.
But like now me, I might work an hour or two a day, like actual in the shop, because I'm trying to do a thing where I'm managing my or running my business,
Yeah.
not working my business.
Yes. Yeah.
Because that's the only way we're going to grow and,
Yep.
and actually be profitable.
we-
But we have a good crew right now.
How many employees do you have over there now?
We have 3 now.
Okay.
We have 3 now, and we are next week. We're going to meet with some more interns. So we run
Cool.
interns through the Confluence program.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, last year we had one. We got involved late, and he's actually my new employee.
Okay.
Yeah, he's awesome kid. I hired a high school student over the summer just to kind of clean up the shop,
Mhm.
because I realized after the intern lead left, we really needed that just like an unexperienced kind of person just to
Mhm.
help out and stuff. But when I came to him to hire him, I'm like, hey, this is what you're going to make. He's like, honestly, I don't care what I'm going to make. As long as we can get to the shop, get to the Confluence first to get the interns here, because I don't want them to get done dirty like the last shop that I worked for. He spent a year at another shop sweeping.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I asked him
sucks.
on his 3rd day of interning. I'm like, so how are you feeling here? And he's like, honest. And are you learning stuff? I've learned more here in 3 days than I did the year at the other shop.
That
Well,
sucks.
Yeah. Yeah.
Wow.
And he's smart kid, like
Yeah.
super good. He was actually using the laser on the 3rd day.
Nice.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Let's, can we talk about the $100,000 Tacoma?
It's $150,000.
Oh, my apologies.
$50,000 to go.
$150,000 3rd gen Tacoma.
Yes. So that was one of my long-term customers, grown into a friend's truck, and it's got every bell and whistle you could ever think. Northwest Fab doubler, RCLT, and he was always one of the first to get the
Adopters.
stuff. Yes. So
Okay.
that was the 2nd or 3rd Northwest Fab box in a modern Tacoma,
Okay.
which we fought it. The manuals don't have a pocket for the shift rails to go in, so you literally have to drill in the transmission. And you call Northwest Fabs, they're like, I don't know why it's not shifting. And we figured out, and then we call them to let them know that our other customer just figured that out also. It's in the instructions now.
Okay.
So we fought that. He was one of the first people to have the RCLT. We installed that. It was super cool. But with the 529s and the 40s and stuff on the RCLT, it didn't drive that good. But once we put the portals on it, that truck, dude, 90 miles an hour down the freeway. It was in for a rack.
So it's RCLT and portals?
Yeah.
Now it is. Yeah.
Yes.
74 weld portals.
Yeah, 74 weld portals.
Wait, how does that work? Because 74 weld typically does the whole knuckle upright, but
It's just a
that's the
special
whole.
one.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he made a specific knuckle upright to fit the RCLT?
Yeah.
Okay.
Doesn't
All right.
my understanding of the RCL is let me back up. Does the RCLT have a different knuckle?
Yes,
It's a
the
different-
RCLT
it's-
comes
yeah.
with a fabricated knuckle
Mhm.
Does it?
that has uniballs top and bottom.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so Quinn makes a specific portal that
Fits to the
Fits-
RCLT.
Yeah,
the
that replaces
RTLT.
the knuckle. Yeah.
that replaces the
Yeah.
knuckle.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jeez. Okay.
Yeah.
It seems like a very niche design build for him.
Yeah, but he's got all them fancy tools.
Yeah.
He measures
Yeah.
it and builds it. You know, when
Yep.
when you're that good with 3D design and stuff, it's
And Quinn loves little projects like that.
Yeah.
So
I'd say I don't know exactly how many are out there, but I bet you there's probably 10 of them out there now.
wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, at least. I know they're on a few race cars too, right?
I don't know. Is there?
Oh, I know of 2.
RCLT with portals.
I think there's 2 at least.
Yeah.
Oh,
Does
Does Sherpa run in that?
That's what I was curious.
I
Does
was thinking
Sherpa?
Sherpa and the TWC.
Yeah,
4Runner.
Toyota Walnut Creek's 4Runner has one, and I don't know if Sherpa does or not.
I don't
but
know.
I know they have the RCLT.
Mhm.
Yeah.
damn, that'd be a crazy machine.
Yeah.
Be tall. But
Yeah.
they're planted. They drive good. Like It's absolutely amazing how well that truck drives.
Right.
But it's going up for auction.
What?
Yes, he's selling it. He's going to put it up on Bring a Trailer in the next couple weeks.
Dang.
It's actually in process right now and contract signed.
Wow.
So,
wow.
Yeah, so-
After all that work you did.
yeah, after all that work. Well, he's going to get something. So,
Yeah.
and we don't
He's not
really
going to
want
get out of it what he put into it.
No, never. No.
I was going to say, is he expecting
Do
150
any of us?
I know, right? No, none of us do.
No, I'm going to be watching it, and it's a no reserve also.
Ah.
So if it's going for 20 or 30, there might be a Hot Metal Fab bid on there.
Right?
Right?
That'd be a cool shop truck.
Yeah.
Well, when we first did the RCLT, he was thinking about selling it, and that was during COVID. And I literally think he could have got $125 for it right after we finished it.
Yeah.
There was
That was right at the beginning of all that.
Yeah, there was
RCLT
a factory Tacoma, a TRD Tacoma with a Magnuson supercharger that went for like $115 on it.
What?
Yeah.
Holy cow.
Yeah.
Jeez.
How do I do that for mine? Like I need that.
Get Bobcat on there for 40.
Yeah,
Maybe 4.
Yeah. I don't think they're going for 30, 40 over MSRP anymore. So
probably not.
but yeah,
Bummer.
that's when the factory TRDs were literally going for $90,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, you couldn't find them.
Yeah.
And just no production on them. So
yeah.
Okay, well, that's kind of cool. What you mentioned camping not trailers, tent
Campers.
companies.
Yes. So the $150,000 Tacoma was is the Trail Fort's like company vehicle. He got started building like regular truck camper or rooftop tents like the Illumina Cap and the Go Fast campers and stuff. He was one of the first people, but that kind of fizzled out. But now he has this sweet design of it's like a camper shell with a rooftop tent in it. We're actually taking over production and we're going to be launching it live in the next couple coming weeks.
Wow.
It's kind of retro looking. It's kind of modern looking. I really dig it. So you don't have the big overhang that you do with those normal like Go Fast campers. Yeah, exactly. So it's an inch or two above the cab line, but when we go to rebuild them, so we have the designs and the plans already, but we're gonna give it a little bit of love. So I'm referring to it as the ass gasket. We're gonna take the bottom 2 inches off of it and make a custom metal ass gasket so that it can go on a Gladiator, a Ranger, and all that. Because right now it only fits the Tacoma.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
Yeah, they're all. Exactly. The Gladiator guys want them. When he did the first run, he sold more Gladiator specific ones than Tacomas, and he had to, because he wanted them all universal. He had to make the Tacoma ones like it stuck up like 6 inches above the cab because the Gladiator's a scotch taller.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But
actually, that answers a lot of my questions about why they build them so tall. But it's a universal ass gasket.
Yeah, So if we change out that ass gasket down there, we can make them fit on anything.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. And you just make different plates for different types of truck beds.
Yep. Exactly. And then we just make that one little thing, and it'll bolt together with some sealer and stuff.
Yeah.
And it'll be nice and tight.
Yeah.
Okay. So you said that's launching in a couple weeks?
Essentially all I have to do is get with my marketing guy. Contracts are signed and we're ready to go. We have, we did a reel, just a funny little reel, like, I'll go spend I spent $150,000 to go camping once a year.
Yeah.
And tons of people were asking about the camper shell on it because it's so cool and unique. Like
it is pretty unique. It's nice the way it's set up.
One of the biggest problems like with my rooftop tent is getting dressed. Like you can't stand up. It's stupid. So this has a removable floor so you can actually stand up in your truck bed too.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's what GFCs do.
Yeah, exactly.
The thing that I really like about this is it doesn't open longitudinally with your vehicle the way a GFC does. So like you said, you don't have that overhang over the cab, right? Yeah. But you still have a full size rooftop tent. And when it's closed down, it actually looks like a regular kind of camper shell.
Yeah.
Look to it. It's a really neat design on how it's set up.
It's more similar to a wilderness. Have you seen those?
Don't those like go up vertically?
No.
Oh, okay.
The top of the camper opens all the way up.
Oh, okay.
With the length of your opens to the side of your vehicle. So
Okay.
the top half of that, and then it's a tent canvas all the way up and around.
Oh, okay.
Like a rooftop tent is.
Okay.
But it closes down into like a camper shell. But this one's a little different
Yeah.
because the top of the camper shell comes up at like a 45, and then the rooftop
The
tent
folds out
from there to the side.
Yeah.
So it's more similar to a wilderness
Mhm.
than anything else that I've seen in the market, but it's still its own unique
Yeah.
kind of style.
So, and one of the other issues I have with the Topo toppers and all those is you have just a big flat piece of metal that heats up in the sun. So this one's actually double walled, and we're going to throw insulation in that part.
Oh,
Oh,
cool.
wow.
So the metal, you're not going to have just hot metal on you.
Yeah. No Hot Metal Fab.
Yeah, there'll still be some hot metal fab. But yeah, so we're
Can you mount anything to the exterior of those?
we're gonna.
Okay.
Yes.
That was gonna be my, because like the it looks like a really nice, good looking, clean exterior, but I'm also like, off-roaders, overlanders love accessorizing and putting shit on the outsides of their vehicle too. So
Yeah.
that was gonna be the next question.
So we're gonna offer them standard with Molly panels on the outside. There's no reason for them not to be. And if the Molly panels will be a bolt on. So essentially, you're gonna have your standard pricing, or you're downgraded to a smooth side, but no one's gonna want that.
yeah.
Are there windows on the sides?
There's windows front and back. You can actually see through it.
Yeah. But what about the sides?
Could be an option sometime.
Yeah. Okay. Or is there ways to open the side to get into
Like
a hatch to get in?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. That'd
Okay.
also be another good option.
Yeah.
So like one of the cool things about his the original trail for it is all the sides opened. He actually had a slide for a generator.
Oh,
Ah, nice.
that's cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got a lot of stuff going,
Yeah,
Brad.
you do, man.
Yeah, it's a crazy expansion right now, and we're doing better than we ever have. It's been a weird, wild ride over the last 6 months, and it's all really started with me getting out of the shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Getting out of the shop
And working on your business instead of in your business.
100%.
Yeah. That's something that Jimmy and I talk about a lot of,
Yeah.
it's the solopreneur, the solo entrepreneur. How do you go from working in your business, running everything, which is how you started, is what you're used to, it's what you're proficient at, to evolving into managing and running the business and growing it,
Yeah.
rather than working in it and then having to train and teach everybody all the stuff that because you developed it all.
Yeah.
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 Well,
And-
oh,
Well, and the fact that you're going from a welder and fabricator to now a boss and a manager, right? It's
Yeah.
like we all start in a business, whatever business, you might own. You're doing a job, you're doing something that you enjoyed at one point in time. Like for me, I owned a graphic design business for a really long, actually I still own it and run it, but it doesn't do very much. I liked graphic design, but I didn't like bookkeeping. I didn't like, advertising. I didn't like anything else that had to do with graphic design. I just wanted to do graphic design. So, moving from graphic design to then going to do everything that you need to do for a business. And then you eventually get employees, and then you step back and now you're a manager, right? And you're still not doing graphic design or fabrication or
What you started liking doing.
what you like to do originally. It's just a complete different mindset that you have to put yourself into. So I think you're doing an excellent job of like stepping away from the fabrication, which is the thing you enjoyed and the thing that you're good at. And now finding jobs, finding different ways to make money in the business and being able to provide jobs for other people. I mean, that's amazing. Congratulations on doing
thank
that.
you. Yeah. And for me, it's, I still get to do the fabrication because I have a buggy, I have a rock crawler. Like, we're going to
You
be
still have
buying.
the sidekick.
Yeah. I'm getting that ready to sell though.
What?
It's just sat all year. It's all, it needs, she needs some loves. Like the tire carrier is about to fall off. And, but
I know somebody that can build a bumper.
it's got a bumper. Yeah. She got a bumper. She's a little dented, but she got bumpers, But yeah, I'm getting ready to sell it, I think.
Wow.
The buggy is a lot of fun. It's a little violent though. So on the trip to Rubicon, the wife's going to get the first trip in the buggy. So we'll see what she says.
Okay.
I don't think she's going to be able to eat a salad in it like she can
Probably
in the
not.
sidekick.
Yeah.
But also going slow with you guys, it might be a little smoother.
Yeah.
Because we made it to buck in 4 hours in the buggy. and we spent an hour at Soup Bowl.
So 3 hours to buck. That's not bad. It takes me about hour and 10 to get to Spider. So that's about right. 3 hours to buck. Yeah.
Okay.
2 hours, 2.5 hours to buck, maybe.
Really? I could never do that in mine. The half of Bobcat would still be back at the Axel Hill.
So it sounds like you and Tyler are racing the buck this time.
Oh yeah. I'll race. I'll go down. I'll go up to Tahoma and down, and we'll see if we can get to Rubicon Springs at the same time.
So did Ben bring up my karaoke idea to you?
No.
I want to camp at Soup Bowl one night. And do the Morphlate Hot Metal Fab karaoke thing.
Karaoke night at Soup Bowl.
Karaoke night at Soup Bowl. We'll get some sweet tuxedo shirts and we'll host it and record it, do a whole YouTube thing on it. As people come up, have them singing and stuff.
Yeah. In order to run Soup Bowl, you have to do a karaoke song.
Do a karaoke
song.
That's funny.
That would be funny.
Yeah, get a full projection screen. I think it'd be awesome.
That would be pretty hilarious.
We have a friend of the shop that's a sheriff, so maybe he can help us out with the sound devices stuff. And
we have a friend of the podcast who's a sheriff too.
So we got we got the friends. Have them running it that night.
Okay, we can check into that. I'm sure that's something we can make happen.
Yeah, I think it'd be a good time. Be a good time.
Yeah, that could be fun.
Well, cool, man. Anything else you guys are working on? Like, obviously Trail Fort's going to be a big, really neat venture for you guys. And you still have the production stuff, so people can go to hotmetalfab.com and, order bumpers, sliders, whatever they're looking for, and see those different things you guys got.
We just came out with a new bed rack, and I honestly can't believe we've only sold, I think, 3 of them since inception, and I'm like mind boggled by it. It's all aluminum, has molly panels on it, and it's cheap. We're selling them for $600 powder coated. Yeah.
What vehicle?
Anything. They're
Wow.
fully universal.
Okay.
They're like $700 for full size trucks, we're offering them in 4 different heights. They come in 6, 12, 18, and 24 inch heights. Different styles of molly panels. They're modular, so you can add different panels. So we have 3 that we're building right now because we're still in pre-order on them. So we're offering 15% off on them right now.
Okay.
But the next iteration of them, which will still have our old style, but we're going to make it so Milwaukee packouts clip to the side too.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
Smart.
That's good. That'll be a big way to go. There's just more and more people using packouts for wheeling and off-roading, everything. Yeah.
I've been anti them for years, and they just so happen to fit perfectly in the back of the buggy. And my buddy donated me some. So now I literally have it. The pack out mount fits a small, medium, and large perfectly in the back of the buggy, and everything's in there.
So are you sold on the idea of them, or are you just like, I got them for free and I'm trying them out kind of thing?
Well, so I wasn't sold on the idea of them. As I sold on the idea of the plastic storage tote.
Okay.
But I wasn't sold on the Milwaukee ones.
Gotcha.
But Greg next door is like, dude, I went and spent like 2 hours nerding out at all the boxes at Home Depot, and all the other ones are shit. And they are.
Okay.
They really are. Honestly, the next good one is actually the Ryobi one, but building a mount for it is going to be really hard. It probably has to be 3D printed because of the way it clips in.
Interesting.
Yeah. But I found these really cheap Hart ones at Walmart, which are about the same quality, in my opinion, as the DeWalt and the other ones. And they're like $40 a piece.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. So we're like I originally got them for the Sidekick because 4 of them fit perfectly in the back.
Okay.
They were smaller. They're like 18 inches wide versus 22 inches wide with all the other ones.
Yeah.
But,
okay. I'm still not sold on hard plastic totes. I feel like you have too much unused space. They're not as efficient with the space usage when you go with hard plastic totes.
Versus what?
Versus soft canvas bags, Step 22 bags. That's what I use for all my stuff.
Yeah.
Because you can just throw them in and kind of mold them in wherever, kind of like sponges.
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. But they don't hold down. You have to tie and strap. There's nothing, ingrained to them like pack outs that keeps everything held together.
And I think it's different if you're in a full bodied rig versus a buggy. Like my buggy, I have nowhere to put anything, and it's a family camping rig, so there's a back seat in it, and I don't have that much room for storage. I'm going to reconfigure the back seat. It is a 4-seater right now, but it's like two. You need to be two toddlers. Yeah. So I'm going to put a regular seat in there and build some panels and consoles and stuff to hold more camping gear. But, and the wife wants me to build a trailer. We're probably doing Del Oro Homecoming. So I'm putting a trailer hitch on it and we're going to drive the boat. Yeah.
That'll be fun.
That's cool.
Well, we're going to go talk to the Confluence because Confluence has no representation for the homecoming parade. So I think we're going to probably do just a whole Confluence float.
Okay.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Cool.
Let me know when is that? Do you know?
It's in about a month.
In about a month. So sometime in September.
Yeah.
Ooh, that'll be rough. I don't know. Let me see. Let me know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've been thinking about the Thanksgiving parade. Doesn't Loomis have a Thanksgiving parade?
Yeah, they do that too.
Yeah. I was thinking we should do a snail trail 4x4, like drive our 4x4s down. Cause they have we can be right after the hot rod club or that like Maserati club that drives. And then we could have our clapped out trucks after that.
Like it. I think it's like it just for that.
Yeah.
Each year. Yeah.
It could be fun.
I think it would be too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, awesome, dude. Anything else? You have a couple of giveaway things here. Do you want to talk about these? Because you haven't talked about this style of stuff. You had a lot of quick order things out at Sierra Trek.
Well, those aren't really quick order. So essentially, when I'm at events like that, I'm hunting for contractors. So I cut a bunch of signs and stuff just to get people over and kind of talk with them, which it does create some confusion because people think I'm a sign company when they come out to those. But we have our books out and showing what we did. I don't know if a lot of people aren't familiar with Rob's Resort. But if you go out there, and you look at anything metal, we built it.
Really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's pretty rad.
Yeah. The stage, everything.
Dude, everything is so well done there. It's such a cool venue.
Well, Craig's a whole nother animal when it comes to building and stuff. But with me and him, so we just added a runway to this. Oh, you're going to like it for tacos. You're going to have a nice little area to walk, but we built him a runway and they're 2x6 3/16 with 5 stringers in them, 10 foot long. But he realized that the deck was the stage is twisted a little bit to the dance floor. So our main stage is an inch different on one side. And he gave me the measurements and the angles. He wanted me to build a square, sawzall cut it. I'm like, I'm not doing that. We're gonna figure out what it is. And usually he's like, I don't know how the fuck you did that so perfect. But it came out 100% perfect. And it's this huge, so it's a 10-foot deck down the middle and then 2 10-foot decks on each side, all welded together. Wow. Yeah.
Cool.
Did you build the dancing cages there too?
Yeah. The bird cage.
Yeah. The bird cage.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So
that's fun.
That's actually one of the hardest things I've ever built for him.
Really?
I struggled on it for a day or two and I'm like, dude, it's not coming together right. And he gave me the best advice. Go home. Just go home, sleep on it.
Yeah.
Come back tomorrow and you'll have it figured out. And literally I went home, slept on it and came up with this cool little jig piece that's part of the cage now. And it went together perfectly.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay.
So now I actually use that theory a lot.
Okay.
Yeah. Smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. We often say that if you're ever at a point working on your vehicle, wrench on something and just nothing, it's not working and you're late in the day, just put everything down and go take a break. Go sleep, go have dinner, come back at it tomorrow. And your brain needs to rest.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah.
Well, cool. Cantina's coming up. Rob's Resort is a really awesome venue. There's a lot of really cool things. Now that I know everything metal there, you're the brainchild of it.
I'm not the brainchild. I just
built
put
it all together.
Yes,
Built
Craig
it. Okay.
comes in with a napkin drawing. There'll be very specific things. Like my old employee Caleb couldn't understand his drawings.
Okay.
But me and Craig, we click and vibe on these things. So it, with his little guidance and my putting it all together, it comes out good. Right. So the only thing I didn't do there was actually weld the handle rails together. The on-site welding, he does all that and stuff. But but actually he found out we have an iron worker notcher. So, every single handrail we notched for him. So he could just put it on the ground and weld it.
Yeah.
Nice.
That's cool. Yeah, I'll be checking out everything with a little bit different perspective now out at Cantina.
He's going to find all those bad welds. But I guess
I'm going to start taking pictures of them all. Brad.
Yeah, go for it. It's construction. But also Craig Smith stuff it's perfect.
Yeah. Nice. Yeah, well, like we talked about in the intro, you're donating or you're giving away some shop credit to a lucky winner this month. Plus, it looks like we got some more giveaway items. So we got 2 koozies, holders, and some T-shirts. Yes. One of them says Toyota, and one of them has
a picture of a dumpster on it.
A picture of a Jeep.
Has a Jeep on it.
A Jeep grill on there, and some koozies inside of it already, and stickers. Dang.
Bottle openers.
Nice. All kinds of goodness in there. So we've got some good giveaway items for you. You get, I think, what are we saying? $250 shop credit.
Mm-hmm.
And and you have your choice of, applying that shop credit to anything that Brad does. If you want more signs, fun signs for your garage or your shop, or give stuff away to some friends, or you need a bumper, or even maybe some fab work.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Some fab work.
Okay. If you need a flat deck for your B company.
Over bumpers.
There you go.
People don't, essentially we've priced ourselves out of bumpers.
Oh,
gotcha.
They take too much time.
Yeah.
Like an actual nice plate bumper is about a week's worth of work. And if you times that by shop rate, it's very expensive.
Yeah.
Wow.
We'll put it this way. Greg's last bumper he did was $7,000.
Wow.
Holy moly.
It had a winch. It had a hidden winch, dual tire carriers, water storage. It was a crazy Tacoma bumper, but we don't even quote them. It's shop rate.
Yeah.
Damn. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Cool. Well, if people want to check some of that stuff out of everything that you guys do, how can they find you?
The best way to find us is our Instagram, honestly. The Instagram doesn't really showcase our products. It does a little bit. We're really doing dumb shit on the Instagram. But if you want to see some fun, dumb shit, go on the Instagram. If you want to see our products, go on our website, hotmetalfab.com. All of our new products are always listed on there. The Trail Fort will be at trailfort.com, but the sites will be linked together. Okay. Payments and stuff will be done through Hot Metal Fab, but all the media and stuff will be directed directly towards Trail Fort.
Okay. Cool. Nice.
Sweet. I like it. And if people want to get a hold of you to ask you questions about a project, maybe they have a fabrication idea in mind. They're like, what does Brad's brain come up with to what could Brad do to get this done? How can people get a hold of you for that?
You can get a hold of us through the website. We have a general question asking thing, Instagram messaging, or the phone. We don't answer the phone very much. Yeah. But if you give us a
Shop
call,
stuff.
Yeah. I'm busy. I'm answering the phone more though. Okay. I'm looking at the phone at least once a day now.
Wow.
Usually it was once a week.
Yeah.
So, but if you send a text message and ask me to call you, I'll always call you back within a day or two.
Sweet. Awesome. Sounds good. Well, I guess without further ado then, final words for everybody out there. Jimmy, to wrap up the episode.
Well, I just want to say thank you for getting a laser and for everything that you do for Snail Armor. Because for those that don't know, Hot Metal Fab is the one that cuts all the panels for Snail Armor. And then I take it down to our stripper and he powder coats everything. So thank you, Brad.
You're welcome.
Brad, any final words to wrap up the episode? Leave everybody today with?
Well, thanks for having me out here and let me, ramble on the microphone for an hour.
Yeah.
Hopefully they can understand my gibberish.
Oh yeah, I'm sure they do. Yeah. And with that, my friends, keep crawling.
I got one for you.
Okay, you got one for me?
I got
Jimmy
one.
has one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why did the envelope take so long to get ready?
Why did the envelope
Because somebody didn't lick it properly.
Probably they didn't get it warmed up enough, right?
Yeah. No, because it had to get addressed.
Okay. I like my answer better.
Yeah.
It wasn't funny until Tyler didn't get it.
Oh, this is our last blue.
What?
We're moving on to reds.
Wow.
Yeah.